A lot of you guys is probably figuring out how can I make my own application and where am I going to start? I found this article is quite interesting. It's talking about mobile application development cost, the average cost all over. As you can see, it's quite high from 100,000 to 500,000, and with some low range cost around under 25. But as you can see, it's quite expensive. I know a lot of your businesses out there, business owners, when you contact uh, developers and asking to create a mobile application, you get scared off and you probably will never call any of these guys again. That said, there's no reason to invent the wheel again. And for this, we have this company called Apps Maker Store. So what Apps Maker Store has done is that they have taken most of the functionalities that you need today, like for example, form, booking, shopping, whatever, and they build it into a platform in the same way as you can see for an accounting system. So instead of going over to a developer, if you want to send an invoice to one of your clients, naturally you just start using one of these accounting software. So this is what Apps Maker Store has done for the app market. So the content that these guys uh, have and what they do with your content is that the content you put into there to here is actually automatically streamed into an Apple iOS app and for iPad, Android smartphone, tablet, also as a web app, which can be very useful if you have users that are using Windows phones or BlackBerry or simply doesn't want to download your app. And so on the front page of this website, you can see that there's a lot of different templates that you can read about. They have some paginations, and you can also see that you have this ability where you can actually build from scratch. The way it looks when you get in there, it's like this. It's very easy. What we recognize from any drag and drop system where you have the gadgets on the left side with a short description. They also have the tutorial. So the first time you come here, you will have this tutorial, this you do this and that. So basically, if you build it from scratch, you just go over the templates that you need. And here you just edit them with your content, branding, backgrounds, and everything. It's very easy to manage, and you can build quite a lot of cool things here. You also have the ability to send push notifications. So this push notification you can send on now, or you can choose to send it on a dedicated time, which can be useful if it's, for example, Sunday, 7 o'clock in the morning, some festival or tournament or whatever. You can also pre-see how it will look here before you send. So that's quite nice. Then again, they also have a ton of functionalities actually. You can connect to a printer. You can connect to any of the if you're having a shopping application like Stripe, PayPal, and so on. You have the billing credentials here. You also have support. I think it's quite a lot of languages. Yeah, Chinese, Russian, Spanish, Portuguese, Norwegian, all this stuff is there. So what I didn't tell you is that the Apps Store system was originally made for making a mobile application for iOS and Android and web. But you can also synchronize and publish your content to Facebook, and you can also have it as a full web page. So of course, the one I showed you now is just like a demo, but you have short name URLs here, which you can connect to your own domain or subdomain, and you have automatically a QR code that you can download and use in your marketing. One of the issues that you might have when you also get yourself an application is that already now you have a website, you have your Twitter, you have your Instagram, you might have your Snapchat. Your email signature is basically full with URLs. So what I have created here is a very nice thing. It's a banner that you add to the background of your web page, which if you already have a web page, that will automatically lead new users to your app. So then you can say, go to our website, www.mycompany.com, and automatically you will have a banner popping up. So if you visit there from an Apple device, it will come, you will come to Apple App Store, Google Play, and so on. Or if you're only having a web app, it will come directly there. So that's also a quite cool functionality. Okay, then back to this and to see how it works in theory. Also, of course, from a management point of view, if you read all this report, partners, and everything, what they have collected, actually 33% of the initial cost of building an app, it's the the only cost over 2 years. So this means, let's say that you used um, let's say that you used $100,000 in the first place to build a business or organization app. Yeah. So let's say it was a solid one, 100,000. So the total cost after 2 years will be 300,000. So that's also something when you're using the platform like App Store, you don't have this cost there at all, because every time iOS, new browsers, new devices, and everything is coming to the market, the platform itself is taking care of that. The only thing you need to pay is this yearly hosting, which you will find on their website. So basically it works like this. Here you have the ability to edit with the gadget. You can change the gadget icon name. You can attach the gadget to another gadget, which is useful because you can build hierarchies. You don't want to have a row here with 19 different buttons on the first page. So for example, if you're using some of the social gadgets like Facebook, Twitter, and so on, you can attach them under About Us, which make more sense than to have a separate section for it on the front page. You can also embed it. This is useful if you want to have a functionality, because each and every one of these gadgets, especially some of them, are quite strong system gadgets. So it could be shopping, it could be product view, it could be contact forms and stuff like this. And you can also use that on your web page. So the way it works, you just take the script, paste it into, give it to your web developer, and you will have this same gadget that you're having in your app also on the web page. You can also choose to block it if you're going away on holiday, you run a small business or something like this, or it's a special event, if you're having a large business, and you can have ready-made gadgets that you can activate and deactivate based on when you need that. When you go in here, this is a basic gadget where you have information about us. You can add pictures, formats, fonts, and so on. You can add location, contact us, and everything. Yeah, basically everything is there. So the only thing you need to do is that when you do any changes, this one will pop up. Let's see if I do it like this myself. Yeah, I go down here, press save. You will see it's a red mark here. The moment you press save, all the users, the next time they open your app out there, will be updated. So naturally, if you're running like an ongoing business with a lot of changes continuously, for example, a festival, this is very, very useful because the program might change, stuff like this. And if you do a custom app, you need to go back to your developer, which you never know if it's free or not, if you're doing offshoring for sure. And then again, you need to wait for this Apple review or approval. And that could be 1 week, 2 weeks. And if you're having a festival or something like this running today, or you need to change some prices today, the prices on meat went up and stuff like this. You don't have time to wait. So to have a dashboard is critical and key so that you can maintain it yourself. So from a technology point of view, you don't need a lot of knowledge here to update it. So basically here you can update to whatever gadget is needed, and build from that. So you also have different design and stuff like this. So there's a lot of things. What I always recommend if you're not building from templates is to actually contact them. So they are on support@appsmakerstore.com, or in some areas you can also fill out a form on a web page. From there you can basically just say, hey, I want to build this and this and this, what do you recommend? And based on this, they normally give you a pretty good insight on what kind of gadget you might need. Uh, the service itself also have a professional build. It means it's professional app builders that will, in the Apps Maker Store company itself, build your app from scratch. Of course, the step then is like you contact them, you have a QA call, qualification call to go over your requirements to make sure that your requirements meet what can be done. Yeah. From there on, it's a production line, 3 to 4 weeks, and from there on, it's a demo with shared screen, everything where they give you training how you can maintain the gadget in your solution itself, and that's it. So I have this presentation here, and I just want to show you some use cases. Of course, they have a huge and very full solution for food and beverage with yeah, even app for drivers, dashboard for back office, front end, and stuff like this. This is a nice example where you have for construction. Let me see, yeah. So they have Facebook, they have a website, they have an app. It's actually quite popular. This is another one. It's like a theme park camping kind of customer. This is an interesting one. It's find playground. So they also have a functionality where you can map with Geo, and you can see based on the credentials, like I'm searching for this and this and this, and you can see the playgrounds closest to you to where you're standing. Everything is there. Um, this is for distribution. It's a shopping application, actually quite nice with payment and subscriptions and everything, so that the users itself, when they subscribe to something, can go into store, show the QR code, the staff then scan it with the order manager app, which is also part of the solution. It means an app for your app, basically. This is another one. It's a geo counting. So each and every time you go on some mountaintop, it identifies that you are there, and you get a stamp and you can show it. So this is in Telemark in Norway, and you also have the weather there. This is report, checklist with automatically checking in when you're doing control and inspections of buildings. This is a takeaway delivery, ordering food, integrated with payments and everything. This is a good assist for here. This is a government kommune. When is the garbage disposal? Did you see anything wrong? Take a photo, send it directly in. Functionalities. It's a beauty salon, book appointment. This is some other Norwegian clients also. So there's a lot of things that could be done here. So I really recommend, if you're going to get yourself an app or looking for a solution where you have an app, a website, and everything in one solution, I recommend that you check Apps Maker Store out. So thank you for following.